I love that quote that says, "Motivation is when your dreams put on work clothes." Now, just because I'm wearing overalls doesn't mean I won't pop on some red lipstick. When we purchased this property 5 years ago, there wasn't a single garden on it. But we saw so much potential in this 1803 stone farmhouse, so we rolled up our sleeves, pulled on our boots, and got to work. I've always wanted to create beautiful things. It's just a part of who I am. And so, while some will see a lot of work here at Lilybrook, what we see is the possibility of making our dream gardens and dream life come true, even if it means a lot of weeding, a lot of digging, and planting. I'm the type of person that dreams big and works hard, and it's a joy to see this garden evolve each year into something really beautiful.
Hey gardening friends, it's Laura at Lilybrook. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some time with me today here in the gardens. I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you consider subscribing so that we can spend more time together in the farmhouse and in the gardens. Guys, today it's finally sunny. It's really chilly. My hands are freezing, but it's finally not raining, and we can come out and do a bunch of weeding. And this garden bed behind me, which we call the terrace gardens because they're raised up with stone, really needs weeding, as you can probably see behind me. But we are planning to create a hummingbird and butterfly garden in this particular terrace. It gets full sun here, and so last year we planted these butterfly bushes behind me. There's 3 of them there, and now we're going to plant some beautiful flowers and plants that will bring in not only hummingbirds but butterflies, dragonflies. Behind me is where we spend most of our time. That's our porch there, and then in that direction we have a pond. So we spend an incredible amount of time in this spot. So just to have the hummingbirds near us will be just amazing. So the first thing we're going to plant up are these proven winners, Wegellas. This is the spilled wine, and these get 2 to 3 feet tall by 3 to 4 feet wide, and their blooms are so gorgeous, guys. The hummingbirds love this plant. Next up, I got a bunch of dianthus. I got these gorgeous pink ones, and then I got these white ones with the red center, and then let's see, oh, here we go. And then I also got this color. The other plants I picked up for this butterfly and hummingbird garden are tick seed and bee balm. Oh my gosh, guys, this smells so good. If you don't have bee balm in your garden, you need to get it. It's also a medicinal plant. I picked up some salvia, and look at these calla lilies, guys. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at these colors. They also had this dark cherry color that I loved. That color doesn't quite match what I'm going for in this garden, but I know I'm going to go back and pick them up for another area of my gardens. The terrace beds are the largest gardening beds that we have on our property. They wrap the entire backside of the house. So right now is actually a good time to show you guys. All of this section is full sun, and then where the house is, it creates a good amount of shade in this area, and then as the day goes on, it, you know, the shade moves. And so I have a lot of hostas planted in here, you wouldn't know it for all the weeds. My goodness. So many weeds in there. Like I said, we have our work cut out for us today, because the first thing we need to do is just clean out these beds. So far so good, guys. We have gotten a ton of this cleaned out, but there's still so much more to go. Our cart is full, our bags are full, and I haven't even run into one snake yet. That makes me very happy. Last spring we were cleaning out the gardens and a snake startled me. I have nothing against snakes, I just don't want them to startle me, okay? Like, I just don't like when they're there, and I didn't know they were there. But I had gone on one of the excursions with Angela from Parisian Farm Girl, if you guys know her YouTube channel. I went to Wisconsin and did one of her antiquing excursions there, which was fantastic. And as a part of our swag bag, she gave us this really nice like drink mug, and I loved it. And I was carrying it. I had, you know, my water in it. I was carrying it as I was gardening, and the snake scared me, and I instinctively, I don't know why, I just like threw my Angela drink container at it, and broke the lid and everything. My 5-year-old at the time thought it was hilarious. He's like, "What are you doing, Mama?" I was like, "That snake, it was trying to get me," which it wasn't. But yeah, so I haven't come across any snakes today. I'm very happy about that. So guys, we've moved on to the larger part of the terraces, and there is a lot of cleanup to do here. But I wanted to show you this tool that we have for weeding. We got it off Amazon, and it works really well. So you just stick it into the middle of the weed and step down, give a twist, and look at that, guys. It just pulls it right out. This is made by Fiskars is the brand. Well, guys, it's so much better than it was. This was a ton of work. It's not totally perfect yet, but it is a lot less weeds and a lot less leaves than it was. And so we're just about ready to put in our new plants. I think I have everything laid out the way that I want it. Obviously, I'm going to fill in with some other perennials and annuals. I always fill in with supertunias in this bed because this is where I get a bunch of sun. But I did put in some dianthesis, I put in a weigela, and I put in some tick seed and bee balm in here. So I know that the hummingbirds are just going to love it. And then in this garden over here, the first plant I'm putting in the terraces is the Wella Bush, and I hope I like this, guys, because I know they get pretty big, and I don't own any other of these on my property, but they have such pretty blooms and they do attract hummingbirds, so I want to at least try it. I may move it at some point out of this location if it gets huge. I know you can trim them back as well, but it might look beautiful to have it spilling over the stone. I'm not sure about it yet. I have to admit, I'm not sure. I have daylilies in this bed, a lot of daylilies actually, lilies of Lilybrook. And of course I have the butterfly bushes here that are gorgeous. And then I've been filling in with a lot of annuals in this bed. And my goal is to really start adding in more perennials. For one, they save on cost, and two, you know, they fill in so prolifically, depending on what you get, that they cut down on the amount of weeding that you have to do. And I really want to cut down on the amount of weeding I have to do because we have a lot of garden space here. So it is a lot for my husband and I to weed. And I don't mind weeding as long as I can actually keep up with it. So that's kind of my hope, is to really fill in the beds a lot with perennials. The beds I do have filled with perennials, the weeding really is minimal because they just choke out, you know, the sun from anything that would grow underneath them. So I'm not out there weeding every day. I am adding compost to this, guys, along with the dirt is pretty good in this bed because we actually added the dirt, so it was already, you know, in prime condition. We didn't have to do much amending because this bed was built as a raised bed. So, but live long and prosper, my little plant friend, and we'll see how many hummingbirds and butterflies this beauty brings. Now let's plant up some dianthus. So guys, now I'm planting up this gorgeous salvia. I have this in other parts of my garden and I love it. It's great for the pollinators. It looks nice all season long. And yeah, it's just really hardy. It likes to be in the sun, and it's not particularly picky. It's not a prissy plant at all, in my opinion. So, wow, look at the roots on that, guys. It is ready for a new home. And as Monty Don always says, give your plant a good little scratch. Loosen up those roots. Prep this beauty for its new home. You see flowers? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Where's your driver's license? Hey, you can't just take off. Hey, get back here. Oh. Oh, thank you. All right, you can continue. This is so exciting to see the first plants of the season going into this bed. All of these plants attract hummingbirds and butterflies and pollinators. I've got my dianthesis in here. There's daylilies. I've got salvia and tick seed. Here is the Wella bush. And guys, I actually have quite a few plants left over because I wanted to leave the front part of this for super petunias and sweet potato vine that can spill over the edges of the rocks. That always looks so nice. And some other perennials too that are not as tall for the front. So that bed is all weeded and ready for the annuals and other perennials that go in a little later in the season. And over here, I've got my calla lilies, some bee balm, more lilies over there. There's hydrangeas that I planted last year. And then of course, over there is where all of the hostas are going to be coming up. We're going to be planting some more shade garden plants over there as well. But I'm excited about this, guys. In a couple of weeks, I'll be able to bring out more of the annuals and perennials that are a little bit more cold tender, so I can't put them out quite yet, and they'll fill in really nicely in these beds. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. That was a tremendous amount of work today, but it was so worth it. I enjoy these gardens so much. And do you want to say bye too? You want to say bye too? Jackson's coming to say bye too.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Jackson's losing his front teeth, huh?
Yeah.
The tooth fairy's gonna be coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
I just bounced him this ball on the roof, and then when I bounce it, it just hits me right in the face.
From our family to yours, happy gardening, happy spring, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
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 Bye.